Hey guys, remember when I said I needed to take a break from doing commentaries involving Pokemon? Yeah, I lied.
Next up at number 9, we have the ability Leaf Guard. Now when it comes to this ability, for me personally, it just goes kind of 50-50, but basically what it does is when the sun is up, a Pokemon with Leaf Guard cannot be inflicted with status conditions, so it can't be paralyzed, it can't be burned, or put to sleep, and so on. But if you don't have the move Sunny Day or another Pokemon with Drought, the ability just becomes completely useless. And even if you do have Sunny Day, why would you go for it instead of going for another move that will make your Pokemon's stats more powerful? In my opinion, Leaf Guard just seems more of a handicap than a benefit to the Pokemon, leaving it at number 9 just because of its effect in the sun.
Okay, so gotta ask, do you not know that weather teams are a thing? I mean, think about it, a Pokemon with the Leaf Guard ability would be perfect on a sunny day team because it wouldn't be crippled by status inflictments. You also say that Leaf Guard is bad because it only works in sunny weather, but there are a ton of abilities that rely on weather for them to work, but I don't see you bitching about them. Then we get to the bit where you mention how using Sunny Day would be useless because you could take that time to use a different move to power up your Pokemon. Here's an idea then, just use a Pokemon on your team that has the ability Drought. Mega Charizard Y is a great example of being a Sun Summoner for a weather team.
Now this ability is only available for 3 Pokemon, but number 8 is Truant. Basically, this ability lets the Pokemon Slack Off, Slacking, and Durant attack every other turn. And yes, I said Durant, it's its hidden ability, but do you know what can happen in those every other turn? You can just kill the Pokemon, you can set up, you can heal, you can do anything, and it will like be loafing around. So in a nutshell, this ability just sucks and make fighting Norman Slacking much easier even when at a low level.
Now, I'll agree with you about Durant because Swarm and Hustle are far better abilities for that Pokemon. But you do realize there's a reason why Slacking was given the ability Truant, right? It was because of its stats. Slacking had crazy good stats. Its stats made it stronger than the pseudo-legendary Pokemon, and it was basically as strong as Groudon and Kyogre. So Game Freak thought the best way to balance out Slacking was give it Truant as an ability. Now, am I saying Truant's a good ability? Fuck no. But when you have a Pokemon that's as strong as your legendaries, yeah, you need to nerf that shit. And yeah, sure, Norman was easy because of his slacking. So it's not like there was an item or something that made the game super easy and it was a problem throughout all of Gen 6 and just made everything a cakewalk or anything. Hint, hint.
Speaking of being useless, number 6 is the ability Plus and Minus. Yes, we're gonna share those two because they work the same way in a sense. Now, if a Pokemon has the ability Plus, he powers up the special attack of a Pokemon that has the Minus ability and the other way around. So that means that it only works in double battles. You're probably gonna need 2 electric types because they're the only types that can have this ability. And let's just take a moment to realize that most of the game are in single battles. So in a nutshell, the ability sucks unless you're willing to capture 2 electric types with those abilities for just a couple of double battles.
So, are we going to forget that the Battle Frontier and the Battle Tree are a thing, even though you can have an infinite amount of double battles there? Hell, you can even just go online and just have a double battle there. This argument that these abilities suck because there's a lack of double battles is retarded, because there are tons of double battles that you can use these abilities in.
The next ability is so weird and I honestly wonder why it even exists. Number 3 today we have the ability Klutz. Now Klutz is a weird one because it makes the Pokemon with the ability unable to use items. Yeah. Why? Most items are really helpful to Pokemon and can boost their stats or HP, but having Klutz as a whole just prevents that and takes it away. I don't have anything else to say about it other than it really sucks, and I honestly really wonder what benefits it even has.
See, this is where you need to be a little bit more creative. Sure, Klutz sounds bad at first, but then you need to consider the interesting strategy that you can create with this ability. First example, let's say you give said Pokemon a Toxic or Flame Ward and have it use Switcheroo, and with that, the enemy Pokemon gets Toxic or Burned, and you now have their item. Another example is that you could teach a thief so it can just steal items. I fail to see how this is a bad ability when any trainer worth their salt can use these abilities to their advantage. I'm not saying Klutz is this amazing ability, but the way Relic is presenting it makes it look like it has no redeeming qualities whatsoever, when that is not the case.
The last ability on this list, and the worst one in my opinion, is exclusive to one Pokemon only, being Darmanitan, and his hidden ability, Zen Mode. Now, Zen Mode can be cool because it relates to the region, being at the entrance of the Relic Castle, and gaining the Psychic type. Okay, that's just you. But it's just terribly awful because when Darmanitan's HP drops below half, it goes into Zen Mode, and you're just stuck in battle with a statue that can't even attack.
What?
So in a nutshell, you're better off just giving it sheer force because you're gonna be kept with a statue that's completely useless.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Until the battle ends, and it doesn't even do anything, unlike Archeops. So that's why Zen Mode takes number 1 as the worst ability out there.
Okay, massive fucking problem here. You do realize even in Zen Mode, Darmanitan can still attack, right? All Zen Mode does is turn it into a fire psychic type and changes Darmanitan's stats. Which makes me ask, how the fuck did you miss this, and where did you get this idea that it can't attack in Zen Mode? This hardly makes Darmanitan in Zen Mode useless because it can still pull its weight. And with that, the video comes to an end. Now, I'll be honest, the points that I didn't cover, I thought Relic actually did a good job of presenting his argument on why they were bad, which is quite unfortunate for the parts I covered. These were so shit. And now with that, my own video will be coming to an end. I'm Mr. Power Armor, and I don't know, insert witty ending comment here. Fuck you, I'm lazy. And you know